Shall we be seated, please? Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, the President of the Senate, Speaker, House of Representatives, Chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum, Chairman, Senate and House of Representatives Committee on INEC, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Chief of Staff to the President, Chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council, Chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, senior government officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, as the nation prepares for the next general elections in 2023, one of the instruments that will enhance the integrity of that exercise and enrich our electoral practices is the Enable Law guiding it. That document, the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2022, which was recently passed by the National Assembly, is ready for presidential assent, having been forwarded by the lawmakers. The legislation has generated much attention, if not anxiety, in recent days, but there is always a fullness of time for everything, and the fullness of time has now come. On this note, Mr. President, I would like to announce that after you have made your speech, your Senior Special Assistant on National Assembly Matters for the Senate, Senator Buhari, will bring that piece of legislation for your signature. At this point, Mr. President, my pleasure to invite you to please make your speech, which will be followed by the signing of the electoral bill into law. Thank you.
The President of the Senate, Speaker, House of Representatives, Chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum, Chairman, Senate and House of Representative Committee on INEC, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Chief of Staff, Chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council, Chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2022, passed by the National Assembly, forwarded for presidential assent via a letter dated 31st January 2022. In line with established tradition, I received inputs from relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government after careful and thorough reviews of the bill and its implications to democratic processes in our country. It is gratifying to note that the current bill comes with a great deal of improvement from the previous electoral bill 2021. There are salient and praiseworthy provisions that could positively revolutionize elections in Nigeria through the introduction of new technological innovations. These innovations would guarantee the constitutional rights of citizens to vote and to do so effectively. The bill will also improve and engender clarity, effectiveness, transparency of the election processes, as well as reduce the barriers to the barest minimum incidence of acrimony arising from the satisfied candidates and political parties. These commendable efforts are in line with our policy to bequeath austerity as reduce the barest legal framework that paves the way of acrimony, credible, arising sound electoral processes that we will all be proud of. Distinguished senators and honorable members of the National Assembly, from the review, it is my perspective that the substance of the bill is both informative and progressive. I am making this bold declaration because I foresee the great potentials of the bill. Worthy of note include the democratic efficacy of the bill with particular reference to Sections 3, Section 9, subsection 2, Section 34, Section 41, Section 47, Section 84, subsection 9, 10, and 11, among others. This, however, cannot be said about one provision as contained in the proposed bill, which provision constitutes fundamental defect, as it is in conflict with extant constitutional provisions. Section 84, subsection 12, constitutes a disenfranchisement of serving political office holders from voting or being voted for at conventions or congresses of any political party for the purpose of the nomination of candidates for any election in cases where it holds earlier than 30 days to the national election. The section provides as follows. No political appointee at any level shall be voting delegate or be voted for at the convention or congress of any political party for the purpose of the nomination of candidates for any election. This provision has introduced qualification and disqualification criteria that alter various the Constitution by way of imposing blanket restriction and disqualification to serving political office holders, of which they are constitutionally accorded protection. The practical application of Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Bill 2022 will, if assented to by operation of law, subject serving political office holders to inhibitions and restrictions referred to under Section 40 and 42 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. It is imperative to note that the only constitutional expectation placed on serving political office holders that qualify by extension as public officers within the context of the Constitution is resignation, withdrawal of retirement at least 30 days before the date of the election. Hence, it will be stretching things beyond the constitutional limit to import extraneous restriction into the Constitution on account of practical application of Section 8(4), subsection 12 of the bill, where political parties, conventions, and congresses were to hold earlier than 30 days to the election. Arising from the foregoing, with particular regards to the benefits of the bill, industry, time, resources, and energy committed in its passage, I hereby assent to the bill and request the National Assembly to consider immediate amendments that will bring the bill in tune with constitutionality by way of deleting section 84, subsection 12 accordingly. Thank you, and may God bless our dear country.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. President. Senator Omowurare will present the bill for signing, and to join Mr. President during the signing are the following personalities. To his left will be His Excellency the Senate President, the Speaker, House of Representatives, and Chairman of Senate and House Committee on INEC. Chairman, Senate and INEC Committee on INEC, to Mr. President's left. And to Mr. President's right will be the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the Chief of Staff to the President. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Shall we take... After that, we'll be taking the national anthem, please. Okay, shall we take the national anthem, please? 1, 2, go.
To serve our